fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, Helmets, left, kabit cafe breath.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit, activate.
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hi. I heard they looking for me. I heard they looking for me. Are you looking for me? Ooh, baby, you want me? Ooh, baby, you want me? Well, you could get this roast and gag for free. Well, you could get this roast and gag for free. So, here, flip, just not today. So, happy birthday to Shanquella Robinson, okay? As we always start these shows, justice for Shanquella and the Robinson family, okay? Now, I've been waiting to talk about Shanquella until today because January 9th would have marked Shanquella's 26th birthday. Let me put my girl up on the screen. Let me put my girl up on the screen because I don't just talk about her when she's viral. I talk about her because I care. So shout out to Shanquella Robinson. Again, today is January 9th, and it would have been this beautiful young lady's 26th birthday. Absolutely. Can y'all put some flames in the chat for me? Can y'all put some flames in the chat for me? Because shout out to the SeanDavieWay show and SeanDavieWay crew, my uncheckables, because we have stood firm, okay? We have stood firm. To us, we don't care how dry the story may get. We don't care how when it dies down and when it's not really been. We are going to talk about this because we truly want justice for Shanquella. So we're going to make sure that that happens. We're going to fight this wave. If it takes years, we're going to talk about it for years. If it takes months, we're going to talk about it for months. If it takes days, we're going to talk about it for days. We're going to talk about it until we don't need to anymore. And at this point, it still needs to be discussed. So again, shout out to the Robinson family and shout out to Shanquella. We can send a message to heaven. Today, our message will be happy birthday, Shanquella Robinson. Okay. So again, shout out to her and her family. Very sad day, I'm sure, for the Robinson family, not having her here to be able to say this to her physically, to be able to hug on her and love on her and be like, happy birthday, baby girl. And, again, a sad day to all of her customers and stuff and, their kids and whatnot. I'm sure it's a very sad day for them. This would be a day to where they would be hitting her up, and letting her know that, people, sending her love. We love you. Happy birthday. I hope the day's great, and stuff like that. And they don't get to do that, unfortunately. And this is the first time. This is the first birthday that the Robinson family and Shanquella's real friends And her family members, all of her family, not just her immediate family, her entire family, and just the people that were in her life, the people who she made smile, the people that made her smile. I'm sure it's a very sad day for them. So we feel y'all, we love y'all, and I want to do just a quick moment of silence for Shanquella Robinson. All right. So again, shout out to the Robinson family and justice for Shanquella Robinson. I was smiling because I meant to mute it for the moment of silence, so I'm sure y'all heard me back here. I wasn't as silent as I was supposed to be because I was sitting here thinking and whatever. So shout out to Shanquella. Happy birthday, sweetie. We love you. We love you. We love you. So let's get into, because as of recently, the family got together and did a balloon release with supporters and in memory of Shanquella. So let me make this big and let's get into this. All right. Shout out to the North Carolina News. NC supporters gathered to remember life of Shanquella Robinson on eve of her birthday. Now that's again why I was confused yesterday, because I was just like, no, I don't want to miss her birthday. I'm supposed to be doing that tomorrow. I'm like, I don't want to miss her birthday, no. And they were just doing it a day in advance. So I'm just like, okay. I'm like, it's like, did I have the wrong date? Because I'm just like, I could have sworn it was January 9th. And it is. So it was just them doing it on the eve of her birthday, not her actual birthday. So again, shout out to her family. And it says right here, Charlotte, North Carolina, January 9th marks what would have been Shanquella Robinson's 26th birthday. Her family, friends, and community gathered at her gravesite at Betty's, is it Betty Ford's? Yes, Memorial Garden Sunday to celebrate her and release balloons in her honor. It's been more than 2 months since Robinson was KILLED'd while on a trip to Mexico with people she called her friends. The group initially told Robinson's family and the Mexican authorities they believed Robinson died of alcohol poisoning, but her autopsy showed she actually died from a broken neck and atlas luxation in what authorities called a direct attack. Quote, we miss her for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. It's hard on the family. We really love her. And I know she's in God's hands, said Robinson's uncle, Carl Drakeford. More than 2 weeks after her passing, video surfaced showing a woman, I'm not saying that, Robinson being beaten by one of the people on her trip. In it, a man can be heard asking, Quella, can you at least fight back? To which Robinson replies, no. Robinson's family says they still haven't gotten any updates on the case, but the Attorney General in Baja California Sur has issued an arrest warrant for one of the women on that trip, calling her for extradition. Mexican authorities also say they are looking into a possible cover-up after the doctor who was on the scene with Robinson for nearly 3 hours didn't report her physical injuries. Oh, I need to be seen. So Dr. Kevorkian, it is official. This is like I said, because this is going to be an update show too. We're going to get into Winter's number one call, the Cabo 6 going on a lunch date. We're going to get into all of that. So Dr. Kevorkian, Carolina Kevorkian, who's allegedly in this picture, allegedly, and she is under investigation for the police report, for what she allegedly stated in this police report. So Sarachala is getting her arrested. So let's give Sarachala his credit. That's the only thing he did in this case. Whether he wrote the police report himself or not, she's going down. She's definitely in trouble. And Baja California Sur, they are taking care of that. So she allegedly, they're looking into her, the doctor. So I hope that's true, because again, they're reporting it California, North Carolina, this news site. This is not coming from Metropolitan. So this is the only reason why I'm taking it into consideration, that they are bringing up charges. Well, I'm not going to say charges, that they are investigating the doctor. Okay. So from my ears, my mouth to your ears, the North Carolina News is stating that, and this is a credible source, they are stating that California by Her Sir is looking into the doctor that was on scene, which is Carolina Orleans, for her report stating she worked on Shanquella for nearly 3 hours. So she is being investigated. So that is great. I'm like, that's good news. That is good news. And again, I'll read that here. In Baja California, Sir has issued an arrest warrant for one of the women on that trip, calling her for extradition. Mexican authorities also say they are looking into a possible cover-up after the doctor who was on the scene with Robinson for nearly 3 hours didn't report her physical injuries. So there was clearly visible injuries to Shanquella's face, which Nazir, because Nazir is also part of helping her get arrested. So shout out, that's the only thing I'll ever shout you out for, Nazir, is because Nazir stated that he didn't pay attention to the physical injuries that Shanquella had on her face until the doctor, nurse, he called her, pointed it out. So that she definitely saw it. So it's not like it's something she overlooked, because she didn't report it. She stated nothing about the physical injuries that happened, that was on Shanquella's face. Visible injuries. Now, if she want to overlook discoloration with Shanquella for bruising and things like that, that would be more understandable. But for her to a slit of the lip, not on the head, it's too much. You didn't report, so you should have reported all of this because it's visible. It's like as soon as you see her. And they're recent injuries. They're not injuries that she had already sustained, because they would have been healing. They're not healing because they're fresh. And that's another thing too. Now, any medical protocol, because again, I've worked in healthcare, but I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, I'm none of those things. But I do know that with the clients that I work with, if I left the night before and I did documentation, because you have to do documentation when you're in healthcare, and I would do documentation, and I would, if they had any injuries, anything to, like if they fell or something happened by accident, you have to write that down. And even if it's healing, the healing process, because you usually use some type of topical for injuries, so you have to write that down. So because you have to state it. So if anything was to happen, if the state or anything got involved because of a certain report, then you're covered because you stated these things. They're like, okay, well, they state blah, blah, blah. But if all of the employees are completely overlooking the fact that there is a client with visible injuries and nobody has reported it, or at least written it down, then that's a problem. Like you're in trouble. And not just the employees, the company too. That's a problem. So it's the same thing with the doctor. And you can tell, again, when something's healing, there's a scab and things that tend to come over it and whatnot. If the eye vessel in Shanquella's eye was burst allegedly, and her eye was like more so of a red and whatnot, and swelling, when it's healing, the swelling's going down, is her eyes starting to clear up. So you document all of that. So for Shanquella, again, to have all of these visible injuries, and she wrote nothing down, said nothing in the police report or anything about the obvious injuries to her. So there's no escaping it. There's no way you saw her and didn't see this. You were there with her for 3 hours allegedly, and you didn't see any of that for the whole 3 hours. But she can't say that because Nazir even points it out in his live. He said he didn't realize the physical injuries until she pointed them out. So that's a double down. So either way it goes, the doctor is a liar. She lied. She can't convince me that Shanquella was not already deceased when she got there. She was. She was. And then when people saying like, okay, when Khalil allegedly asked Salamandra, Shanquella's mother, on the phone for, it was going to be $5,000 in order to take Shanquella to the hospital. American $5,000 and pesos in Mexico are completely different values. So 5,000 is more in Mexico. So for us to hear $5,000 as a cover-up, we sitting here thinking like, no, 5,000, that ain't really no money. Like in America, no, 5,000, that's really not much. I mean, it is to some people, everything. But to the majority of America, as high as everything is, and everything, you can spend $5,000 like that. Like, I mean, it can be gone quick. That's a pair of shoes. That's a purse. That's, I mean, honestly. And so, but in Mexico, $5,000 is a lot more. So with them telling Shanquella's mother that, I think that Khalil was trying to see if Shanquella's mother, Salamandra, because that Salamandra got it, her and Bernard, that they got the $5,000, or even if they don't, Tequila does, Shanquella's sister, one of y'all got $5,000, y'all got money, So I feel like he was trying to convince Salamandra on the phone to send them $5,000 so that they could use it to cover it up. That was cover-up money. But Salamandra is smart. She's intelligent, and her intuition went off as a mother, as a parent. Because you parents, we just have feelings. Sometimes when it comes to, we don't know, we just feel something all of a sudden. Then all of a sudden our kid calls us, or like it's just like, I don't know. It's just like an intuition you can't explain, unless you have kids. So I think with her being smart and being due diligent and just like, no, that don't sound right. Like, why would I send you $5,000? My daughter has insurance. Like, she should be fine with being cared for. Like, she don't need, what would she need $5,000 for? But if she wasn't thinking, because she's so afraid and don't know what's going on, and and all of that, if $5,000 is gonna help, then let me just send it, so my baby can be all right, But she didn't, something clicked with her, and she's just like, $5,000. Like, okay, I'll get y'all somewhere else. I'll get y'all in Mexico. I'll get y'all not, in the United States, but that still don't sound right. Like, no, she got insurance. So I believe that's when, in my opinion, I believe that's when the Cabo Six got money together themselves. Rather, they, I feel like that's why I said they should check the bank records and whatnot. Because if all of them are simultaneously removing money from like debit cards or credit cards, or whatnot, taking advances out of cards and stuff like that, all at the same time, it's just a big, everybody withdrawn. Where did this money go? What did y'all do? Because that's not a coincidence. It's not. So I feel like they put money together. I do. And I also think that they may have stole any money that Shanquella may have had on her. So if Shanquella brought extra money, which I'm sure she did, because most people do, when you go out of the country, it's smart to have cash on you, even if it's just like 500, or like 1,000, or so, it's most people going out of the country, it's smarter to transfer currency before you get there, because there's plenty of banks here that, like, I could get pesos from my bank, I can get euros from my bank, right now, before, again, I can get all that from my bank now before I even go. So that's what we do when me and my spouse, when we go places, we'll go get half of the currency that we're going to use there, and then we'll bring the other half will be American dollars, is what we will bring. So again, depending on how long we're going to be there, like my spouse just went out of the country, and then before he left, he got a certain amount of money in their currency, and then he also took more. So I think that they stole Shanquella's money. I think anything she had on her cash wise, they used it. I do. That's just my opinion. I mean, I think that because, she passed and they're in a crunch. And I think that once the doctor realized that Shanquella was gone, that's when I think certain conversations came up, like, well, she passed alcohol poisoning, we just trying to get home, like, we got money, we can give you this, that, like, how much, like, we'll take I feel like certain conversations came up. So for Nazir to make it seem like I knew nothing, you're lying. There was conversations there had to be, because why would she cover for them? It's not like they called and asked her, can you come over here with an alibi for us? Like, no, that's not what happened. They called for help is what they did. So when the help which was way too late, she had already been gone. She was gone, and they knew she was. So and even in the doctor's report, the first thing she tries to say on the police report is she had stable vital signs. That is definitely a red flag. Like, right out the gate, that is a red flag. Because if her vital signs were stable, then she should have been able to do certain things. She didn't walk, she didn't talk, she was completely unresponsive. Like, you're lying. Like, how her vital signs is stable, but she's literally unresponsive. Not unconscious, unresponsive is what she is. She needs to get out of here immediately. There's no reason to keep her here. Why would you keep her there for that long coming in knowing that she was unresponsive? Not unconscious, because she says out herself, out of her mouth, that Shanquella was unresponsive. She have stable vital signs, but she was unresponsive. Get her to the hospital then. You're not a walking hospital. You don't have any of the equipment here that she needs being unresponsive. What the first thing she should have did was call 911 for an emergency service to come and remove Shanquella and do CPR until they get there. There's no reason for you to have sat there for hours with her. For what? She's unresponsive, allegedly. Well, no, the unresponsive is code for dead. Like, let's be honest. Unresponsive is code for deceased, because she was, like, in the story. And she can't make her have been alive because, again, she was unresponsive. She never moved. She never talked. She even said herself that she was nonverbal, that she was not verbal, that she wasn't. Because, again, how can you, if you're unresponsive, can be talking and unresponsive at the same time? Like, that doesn't make sense. Talking is responding, even if it's gibberish. It's still, they're able to talk, things like, so, that certain things are clear, like their lung way it's clear, unless they're gasping for air, then that means them being able to talk still and say things that they can breathe, because you got to be able to breathe in order to talk, so you can't talk without breathing, it don't work like that. So, yeah, I think that she needs to go down. She needs to go to prison. She absolutely does. How they sitting here trying to extradite Dejanay because they basically let them go. And you have one of the people that are guilty, the seventh Cabo, not the Cabo 6, it's Cabo 7. The Cabo 6 are in America. The seventh is in Mexico, and that's that doctor. She covered it up. I don't believe the police that were on scene. I don't think they were involved. I don't. I think it was all the doctor and the Cabo 6, the Cabo 7. And that doctor lied to the authorities when they got there. So that's why the authorities did not take proper protocol in wherever their protocol is, because even with the injuries on Shanquella's face, this doctor is telling us that it's due to alcohol. This doctor ain't telling us that this girl got into a physical altercation. She's not saying that. Why would the police overthrow a doctor medical wise? No, the doctor, me too, even if I was a cop, I mean, depending on what the situation was, if there's a doctor there saying that it was okay, all right, well, transport her out here. That's like, I'm not about to sit here and question a doctor, unless it's needed. Again, so even with her having certain injuries, it could have been because she was intoxicated. Was she intoxicated and they got into a little rumble, like beforehand, something like that. But then you came and she was alive when you got here, so she was fine, and all that. So that's what I'm saying. You got to think about that. The doctor is not saying, I came here and she had these injuries and they stated that. That's not what she said. She did not. She completely excused the Cabo 6. That was an alibi. She gave them an alibi to leave. An alibi means that you can't question me. You got a doctor saying this about this girl when the police get there. What is the police going to question? What is the police going to question within that moment? No, I agree. Shout out to Sin. She says, but the authorities saw the injuries too. Boom. But again, this is a doctor. So the authorities don't know what's going on. This is not an altercation that they're showing up to. So who knows when it actually happened? They got there the day before. This could happen on Friday. And then she just got really intoxicated tonight, and then this happened. Or really intoxicated today, and that's what I'm saying. The police don't know the backstory. So they can't just literally just look at Shanquella's injuries and be like, no, we don't know. When did this happen? Did this happen right now? Because those type of injuries could have been sustained the night before, or like they don't know anything. And they're not coming into a hostile environment. That's not what they're coming to. They weren't called because there was a physical altercation and somebody's unresponsive. Then, yeah, it's like, okay, well, y'all saw her injuries, and all of that stuff. Like, you can't, That's not the call. The call is, we have a deceased woman that passed away due to drinking too much alcohol consumption. Alcohol poisoning is what we have, and we need someone to get here. That was the phone call. So it's not like the police is running there to save a life or, apprehend people that are hurting people. That wasn't the phone call, And again, it's a calm environment when the police get there. All of the necessary parties that are involved are present. There's no hostility. The doctor's here, speaks fluently, and it's stating to them what happened. The Cabo 6 didn't even need to say anything because of what the doctor said. That's why just what the doctor said is going around, because if the Cabo 6 gave a statement, where is it? Where is it? It sounds as if the police just spoke to the doctor. May have asked the other people if they were okay or, something like that. But other than that, I mean, you don't have hostile people that are there that are hostile arguments going on, or ones that just stopped and stuff like that. No, people crying and stuff like that, that would be normal with someone passing away. So, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like it's the doctor, the doctor is how the Cabo 6 got away. Because if the doctor would have said anything looked suspicious or was suspicious or anything like that, then yeah, that falls on the police at that point. But I mean, it's hard to blame the police when you got this literal medical professional telling you something completely different. So how are you dropping the ball? If anybody truly dropped the ball, it was that doctor. She did it. The doctor did it. Like, she needs to go to jail. She absolutely does. But let's finish reading this article and we're gonna watch this quick little video. Robinson's family says they still haven't gotten any updates on the case, but the Attorney General in Baja California Sur has issued an arrest warrant for one of those women on that trip, calling for her extradition. Mexican authorities also say they are looking into a possible cover-up after the doctor, which we just talked about, who was on scene with Robinson for nearly 3 hours, didn't report her physical injuries. That would be her. I'm not, quote, I'm not really talking to investigators anyway. And when I was trying to talk to them, they won't tell you anything. They don't want you to mess up their investigation. Then why is Sriracha still out? And I'm not trying to mess up their investigation. Again, Sriracha, why he in jail? I want them to find out everything they need to find out, and justice will be served, said Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson. Okay. So shout out to Miss Salamandra. She said that she's not working with any of the investigators right now because even when she does, they still don't tell her nothing. So she's just like, I mean, they don't tell us nothing, and they keep stating that they don't want anything to, mess up their investigation. And of course, that's not anything that Robert Shanquella's mother want to mess up an investigation. Like, no, she wants it to happen. She wants, these people to be apprehended. She wants that to happen. So it's the people like Sriracha that is invading and intruding on this investigation. It's people like him and others, American bloggers, ones that even live in North Carolina, just jumping in this, like, again, like, they're professionals. They are agents. They work for any police. They don't. Ain't none of them private investigating, none of that. Bounty hunters, none of that. Local police, none of that. They never detectives, none of that. They ain't work for an agency in their life. Half of them don't even know what college registration means. They don't even, because they ain't even finished high school. So most of them, so it's weird to me that let me get something to drink. So yeah, of course, no one wants to mess up their investigation or hinder the investigation in any way, shape, or form. So, but let's keep reading. She says Robinson's family said the young girl loved the spotlight, and they believe she was smiling down on them during Sunday's balloon release. Oh, I feel like she was too. Okay, so let's get into this quick video of the balloon release. Wait, is this supposed to be about? This supposed to be about Shanquella? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Right her.
Tempers were high on the floor. Cheers and boos in the House of Representatives following another failed vote for the Speaker of the House. Lawmakers are now home for the night, and while political theater plays out in Washington, it is actually reminding North Carolina Republicans of the same predicament that resulted in co-speakers in the State House 20 years ago. Queen City News anchor Morgan Francis joining us here in the studio. Now, Morgan, that deadlock didn't produce winning results.
Yeah, Alicia, it really didn't. It resulted in a Republican
Yeah, we don't
and a
care about none
Democrat
of
sharing
this.
the federal prison.
Oh, yeah.
Former North Carolina folded
What is this?
It kept
black.
Let me. Wait a minute. We don't care. We don't care about none of this. What is going on? Get into my girl, Shanquella. The balloon release. Yeah, here we go. It's an ad. Sorry, y'all. It's an ad. But yeah, no, we want to hear about Shanquella. We okay, they booed her. She shouldn't have went. She shouldn't have went.
2 months since the mysterious death of Charlotte woman Shanquella Robinson in Mexico, and still her family is desperate for answers. Tomorrow would have been Robinson's 26th birthday, and dozens gathered at her gravesite this afternoon to honor and remember her. Queen City News reporter Sydney Heiberger was there. And Sydney, remind us just a little bit about this case.
Yeah, Derek, Shanquella took a trip to Mexico with her so-called friends in late October after...
I just have to say, I love when people say so-called friends, because that is so true. I love when people say that, because those were not her friends. Nobody on that trip was Shanquella's friend.
Just one day there, she turned up dead. Her friends initially told her family and Mexican authorities that she had died from alcohol poisoning, but her autopsy revealed a very different truth.
Happy birthday to one. Happy birthday.
January 9th would have been Shanquella Robinson's 26th birthday. Instead, she's here, buried at the Bday Ford Memorial Gardens.
This is so sad. It's beautiful, but at the same time, it's so sad. It's like, I hate that we always have to come together in tragedy. Like, it'd be so beautiful that them just doing this just to do it, you know, instead of having to do it because they can't do it with the person. So it's just really sad. It really is a very sad moment. I seen earlier that there was some, because I got the blink, but there were some super stickers. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Y'all know when I get into when I just start talking, I'm so sorry. But thank y'all so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, it's just sad. You know, I hate that we always have to come together in tragedy. It'd just be nice to come together as a community to just do it.
We missed her for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. It's really hard on the family, but we really love her, and I know she's in God's hands.
That's why I'm saying.
Dozens of her family members, friends, and community gathered to celebrate her, still with lingering questions about what happened.
Felt like Shanquella only went on a trip to have fun and to celebrate. She wasn't expecting what happened to take place.
Shanquella died while on a trip to Mexico with people she called her friends. Though her friends told Mexican authorities and Shanquella's family that she had died of alcohol poisoning, her autopsy shows she actually died from a broken neck and spinal instability. Later, videos surfaced showing Shanquella being beaten by one of the people on her trip.
Quilla, can you at least fight back?
No. More than 2 months later, no arrests have been made, and her family says they haven't gotten any updates.
I'm not really talking to investigators anyway. And when I were trying to talk to them, you know, they won't tell you anything. They don't want you to mess up their investigation.
Salamandra, girl, that wig. Salamandra, you better show up, honey. Yo, look at Salamandra. Look at my girl. Salamandra. Yes. Look at her. I said, oh, my girl look good. My girl look good. My girl look good, but poor thing. poor thing. Like, it's just so sad that it's like, I just feel so bad for her. You know, it's just all of this going on. It's been over 2 months, and it's like it still feels like it's just nowhere. And you don't want to give up. You really don't. But it's hard not to when people make it easy. You know, like the investigators, the people investigating, I should say, with not giving much information or hope, then you feel like there is none. You know, so that's why I think that the family appreciates people like us, because we do give them hope. You know, us still talking about it and wanting Shanquella to get the justice that she so deserves, because that's all that his family can be given now. They can't be given back Shanquella. Since that's not an option, we can at least make sure that she is avenged. We can at least make sure of that we can have a peace and walk away knowing that these people didn't get away, and in her beautiful slumber, you know, wherever she is, that she can gain a certain type of peace too. You know, it's harder to just let something like this go, because it's something that you think about all the time. Eat, breathe, sleep. You know, and it can prevent you from doing those things too. It can prevent you from eating, prevent you from sleeping. You know, it can prevent a lot of things, because it's kind of like something's missing. You know, because Shanquella is already the thing that's missing in their life, and I feel that they're coming to terms with the fact that, you know, she's gone. You know, that's a process, because it takes things like birthdays and holidays and stuff like that to realize the times to where you're used to having them around, they're not going to be. So it's with time, you know, you start to gain a new acceptance. And I feel that with Salamandra and the family, they know they're not getting back Shanquella, but again, with her not having justice, I think that that's truly what's missing. Now it's a new void, and it needs to be filled. That, you know, and all we got to do is just keep going. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep this alive. We have to keep Shanquella's name visible. I get there's a lot of other stories going on out here with people that need justice, and we will help them too. We absolutely will. But this Shanquella case is important to a lot of us. I know it's very important to me. So it's really near and dear to my heart. So I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm like with the family. You know, it's like they really want something to be done. It's like, and I feel the same way. You know, I'm sure that their need for it is 10 times more powerful than mine, way stronger than mine will ever be. But I do want this for them. You know, I want to, you know, be able to be happy for them, you know, that they got, you know, that they can hopefully be able to close this book one day, you know, and slide it away and, you know, continue the new book that they're going to have, because there is life after death. And sometimes it doesn't feel that way. You can lose a person and you feel that you don't have anything anymore. Everything is in vain, you know, why go on type of situation. And because everybody doesn't get this type of support, you know, when they lose someone. So I think that we should keep supporting them. You know, let's be their security blanket. But yeah, let's keep listening.
And I'm not trying to mess up their investigation. I want them to find out everything that they need to find out, and justice will be served.
Yeah, Mexican authorities have issued an arrest warrant for one of the people that were on that trip, but no arrests have been made yet. Shanquella's family told me she loved the spotlight, and they truly believed that she was smiling down on them during today's balloon release. Derek.
Thank you so much, Sydney. Queen Sydney News has been staying on top of the Shanquella Robinson story for months. All of our past reporting, along with any new developments, it can all be found at QC News.
So use QC News. They're local and they have really good updates. These Metropolitan lies and Sriracha lie and no, don't. I'm telling y'all, don't go over there listening to that mess, because it is all lies. It is all lies. I'm telling you. Don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time. Go to credible sources like Queen City, North Carolina News, places like that. Go to them, because they're 10 times more credible. They actually vet. They have reporters, as you've seen, that went to Alice. They went to her job. They saw her right in front of her. Not Geraldo, not Sriracha. He ain't interviewed none of them, ain't seen none of nothing. but he got so much information on these people because he could have told y'all that Elise was detained, and with that reporter going there and to Elise's job and questioning her on her way to her vehicle, she's clearly not in jail. So if she's not in jail, why do you feel like Dejanay's in jail? Shout out to let me pull this up. Shout out to Martin Lewis from the Martin Lewis Resurrected channel. Oh no. Okay. Let me pull this. Actually, let me do this. Shout out to Martin Lewis Resurrected. Shout out to him. Community. He shared our. Shut up, Sean. He shared our video in his video. Really appreciate it. Shout out to him. He used us as a credible source. So as many people that want to try to make me a liar or gross, I don't have time for that. He used us as a credible source, as someone that tells the truth. And shout out to Danny Robertson, and shout out to Truth Teller Danny, her channel, because he shouted her out as well. So I wanted her. I don't know if she does know, but if she doesn't, Martin Lewis also shouts her out in this video as well. So shout out again to Danny Robertson and to Truth Teller Danny, to both of her channels. So, well, he shouted out Truth Teller Danny, but I'm shouting out both of her channels because I love Danny Robertson. So, so shout out to Danny Robertson, girl. He shouted you out as well. So, as a credible source in this Shanquella case, Danny Robertson, just like myself, we do certain investigations. Like, that's what I like about her, because we kind of have that in common. I think we think alike, and she and I have been keeping tabs on the jobs of the Cabo 6 here in America, even with a doctor in Cabo. We've been keeping up with her as well. And again, as of now, January 9th, she is still fired. So for Sarachalai to try to come forward and try to make it seem like she still works there, again, he lied. Like, why do y'all keep letting him lie to y'all face? She does not work there. He has no source to prove otherwise. No, she does not work there. If you call Cabo Villas, she no longer has a contract with them either. She does not work there. No, she does not. Why lie? Like, what's the point of lying? For what? We call live. We can call again right now. And the last time I called was Monday. I called Thursday. I think it was Thursday, because that's when Sarachalai went live. And everybody was hitting me up, messaging me, coming into the video like, oh, he's over there saying that the doctor still works there, although you and Danny proved otherwise. And all of that. It's just like, stop it. Shout out to your Yoruba goddess for the super sticker. Thank you so much. And shout out to my baby Cammy Fly. Shout out to Cammy. She says, Sean, can you get MJ's cousin, because they're trying it with the likes? I absolutely will. Shout out to down the rabbit hole. Hi, I love you, Rabbit. Yes, I'm about to go get her right now. Thank you, Cammy, for the super sticker agree. I'm about to go get her right now. Because I'm gonna need y'all to hit these likes. I'm gonna need you to hit this like button. It is free. It is free. That absolutely is. Shout out again, hold on, before I do that, to the Martin Lewis Resurrected channel for sharing myself and Danny Robertson, for us telling the truth. He did not share Sarachalai and Sarachalai over there. Oh, the doctor still works there. And the same person that lied and said that Dejanay is in jail. Martin also approves within this video as well. It's like Dejanay is not. She's not. Even look, like, these YouTubers have contacted their jobs and her job, Dejanay's job. And she, as far as they're concerned, as far as we know, she's still working, like she's still employable type of situation. So she's not in jail, and I know she's not in jail because, again, these YouTubers, SeanDavieWay and Danny Truth Teller Danny, have been all over it and contacted these jobs. And I'm assuming because Martin does his homework, so I'm assuming he called too. I even gave him the information. I'm like, here, you can call yourself. Yeah, so she still worked there. Last I heard, she was transferring jobs. She's trying to move to Connecticut. The information that I was gathering, Dejanay was trying to move to Connecticut, from North Carolina to Connecticut. So I'm like, but yeah, here you go. She's not in jail because she was still employed after Sriracha came forward and said that she was in jail. If she was in jail, then why is her job saying that she's still working there? Like, that don't make sense. Clearly, she's not detained. She's not none of that because she's still working. Does she have a body double? Like, is she Tia and Tamara in the situation? Is this sister? Like, she can't be in two places at once. She can't still be working here in North Carolina. And at the same time, she's detained. Are they just letting her out every day to go to work and she's going back after? Like, how is that? Is this work release? Because these Interpol agents that came and got her, like, you're a whole liar. Like, he mixes a piece of the truth in with a bunch of lies. So then people are they're more in awe and focus on the lie than the actual truth. So like, that be the problem with him. He don't care. Like, this is all a click in the view. He's going to push this to get as much money off of it as he can. This is what it is now. It is now a money grab. It's been a money grab for quite some time. It's no longer genuine because it didn't start off that way. It didn't start off that way. You make sure all of these publications get the police report and all that stuff, but you don't send it to the family. You don't make sure that they get it. You're disgusting. He puts up this picture that is allegedly deceased Shanquella Robinson on the floor, but he doesn't make sure the family gets it. What? But you care. Okay. Let me go get Michael Jackson cousin real quick so y'all can get these likes up. Because y'all tried it. Let me go get Michael cousin. Let me go get Michael Jackson cousin 6 times removed. Let me go get my girl. Hit the like.
She's Michael Jackson's first cousin.
Hit the like.
You were just singing a song.
She's like Reby.
We just heard you. You gonna say now? The other day you came to me saying that we gonna support you. We don't know.
And you got that Jackson blood in you. Michael would have hit it.
Michael would have. If you asked Michael,
Janet would have hit it anytime.
Yeah, I didn't want to put.
Come on now, you got that Jackson blood.
Oh my God! You even mentioned that child's name.
I wish I was a Jackson. I sing anytime they ask me. Come on now.
Let me try. I mean, my throat is not together.
That's all right.
No weapon formed against me, no, shall prosper. Now, it won't work. He will do what he said he would do. He will stand by your side. He will come through. So don't be afraid of your enemy. He'll hold you through the day.
Uh-oh. Wait, I just heard Michael come out in her.
You a Jackson for real.
Jackson.
Now, don't make me go get her again because I will. I'll go get my girl again. Now, just hit the like, it's free. That's all. Hit the like, it's free. So let's get into, because y'all know I'm messy. Again, shout out to Martin Lewis Resurrected. Now let's go on Twitter and be messy. Again, shout out to Shanquella Robinson. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. What's going on is that people is not hitting the like. So when they don't hit the like, I go get Michael Jackson cousin, 15 times removed, with only 4 teeth left. Okay, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. So I go and get her. That's what that word. Because people don't like her. Y'all act like y'all don't like her singing, and she sounds incredible. Okay. So that's all right. Just hit the like. That's it. We're gonna go get her every time now because y'all be trying it with the likes. So over here on Twitter, okay. Let's get into, because there's more balloon release footage. We're going to check that out. But we're also going to check out this. Let's get into this. Where is it? Gross. Blue suede suit. Right here. Let's get into this 911 call.
Was made at 4:37 p.m. on the afternoon of October 29th, 2022. Miss.
Okay, let me set this up so y'all know what this is. So this is from Sriracha from Guadalajara Lies. He came forward and told y'all that he was going to be bringing y'all an exclusive 911 call from Winter Donovan, whom allegedly called 911 when Shanquella had a seizure and whatnot. And then the first responders came after Winter made this alleged 911 call, right? So he says that he had the call and he scheduled a live and he stated that he was going to play the 911 call of Winter, the audio from the 911 call with Winter Donovan in his live. That never happened. Instead, he changed the live from that day to 6 days later. And not only did he do that, when he came forward with this, no audio, and the alleged transcripts, which it does not again show any transcripts. It does not show the word. I didn't see that. But you let me know what y'all think again.
Information we obtained is that the 911 call was made at 4:37 p.m. on the afternoon of October 29th, 2022. Ms. Winter Donovan allegedly called. She reported that a person had convulsion due to dehydration from alcohol ingestion. She said that the person, in this case, Shanquella Robinson, had a dry mouth and skin. Service dispatch helped at 4:42 p.m. Information we obtained is
the main thing I want you to pay attention to about this is he's saying, because this is Alexa Rosetta, is what he got over there. Siri Alexis Rosetta that's reading this, for him, right? Now, what you see on the screen is nothing of what's being explained. All that's being explained is the police report. That is all that's being explained. This is not the 911 call. It's not. And then if you have the transcript of the 911 call, why is it just simply not on the screen? Like, I don't get that. Look at the screen, okay? If you look at the wording and whatnot, it is not stating what she's stating. Like, this is the same information from the police report. It's just put in a line. And how are you explaining something when it's just allegedly what was stated? So if it's like dehydrated, did she say because what are you saying because for if what you're explaining right now is stated that she was dehydrated? Like that. Why is it like that? That doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, yeah, this is not what you're saying. It is. You're a liar. You're once again lying. Like, what do you like? But he care. He literally right in front of you, lying to you. Lying to you. Listen to the audio and what the person, what he is explaining, right? And then look at the screen because this is the receipt. So he's reading from this receipt. You're saying sentences. These aren't sentences. This is more so of a list versus a sentence. So where are you getting all of this other stuff from? If the doctor said the person was dehydrated and that they were this and that, put it on the screen. Like that's what we should be seeing. Because we don't know if this is an opinion. If this, we have no idea. Because he's a liar. So again, you always got to vet the source. You always got to question that what information is coming from the source. Because we get that liars tell the truth, but a known liar should not be able to give you any information. A known liar cannot sit down and just talk. You got to pull up receipts. You have to show the people what you mean because you have something backing you. Words are not enough. Oh, it's all this double shade. Oh, it's all this double shade. Oh, because I'm not just talking about sriracha lie. Because I'm not just talking about sriracha lie. Oh, it's the shade. Oh, it's the double shade for me. It's the double shade for me. You don't get to just come forward talking. Like, no, where the receipts? Like, oh, this is just a conversation? Well, we don't care. We don't care. Where are the receipts? Because this is not a receipt. Oh, no, ma'am. This is not a receipt. Listen to the audio again and pay attention to what's on the screen.
Is that the 911 call was made at 4:37 p.m. on the afternoon of October 29th, 2022. Ms. Winter Donovan allegedly called. She reported that a person had convulsion due to dehydration from alcohol ingestion. She said that the person, in this case, Shanquella Robinson, had a dry mouth and skin. Service dispatch helped at
So the police report said that Shanquella was dehydrated and was ashy. Shanquella name ain't on there. It don't say her name because her name ain't on here. Nothing. Because even in Spanish, you're gonna spell her name Shanquella. Like it's gonna be the same. It's going to be the same. The Sriracha, Guadalajara, just like you spell it in Spanish, it's just how you spell it in English. Same thing. The letters. So yeah, it's the same thing. The pronunciation may be different, but it's the same spelling. Shanquella's name is nowhere on here. Her name is nowhere on here. How you're saying that this police report could be about anybody? Like, what are you talking about? And why are you translating everything but the police report? You'll put up posts now. They're all translated into English. You're translating the wording of this into English audio, which is the audio you hear, English audio, and whatnot. Why didn't you? Why folk come? Just like you translated the police report. Why don't you translate this prior? Yeah. You're a liar. None of this is real. All of this is fake. Yep. All of this is fake. None of this is real at all, because it should explain itself, and it don't explain itself. And if you're going to put it into layman terms, again, somebody else needs to put it into layman terms. So a police officer or someone that works in dispatch, something should have came on here, because he get everybody else to interview. He get everybody else to do it. You should have had a professional come on and talk about this. You are not. You are a basic reporter that make your own awards. Sitting over there all day lying like this. So it's just like, yeah, her flip. So yeah, you're over there forcing it, because this is gross. This is gross. This is gross. Then he puts up a picture of Shanquella, and we can't even see the girl. We can't even see the girl. Girl. We don't see the first responders or nothing. He told y'all he had went to Donovan 911 phone call, and then we got this.
Information we obtained is that the 911 call was made at 4:37 p.m. on the afternoon of October 29th, 2022. Miss Winter Donovan allegedly called. She reported that a person had convulsion due to dehydration from alcohol ingestion. She said that the person, in this case, Shanquella Robinson, had a dry mouth and skin. Service dispatch helped at 4:42 p.m. Information we obtained is
he didn't drop that 911 call because of this. This why he ain't dropping. Where is that? This why he ain't dropped. This why folk come he ain't drop it. Let's get into it. Where is it? Is this one? No. Where is it? Oh, I must have skipped it. It's not far, but he put that audio out there because we shout out to Danny Robinson. What is it? Right here.
They were fighting because Carla did some crazy shit while she was drunk. So he basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. Carla didn't want to. That's how that happened. Unfortunately, she did die because of on the bed. But y'all see something in the video don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying. You all like y'all. I was not fighting in the video, so.
Now, allegedly, this audio of Winter, because again, I can't verify that it's Winter, but I can't verify that it isn't. Like, I can't. Now, I don't know about other people. But I can't verify that. So as far as I'm concerned, this could still literally be Winter. So he didn't drop that audio because he couldn't get the voice to sound close enough to Winter. The person that he was going to fake the audio is what I'm getting, is that he couldn't get them to. So that's why because it didn't sound, and that's why this started to go viral again, and people started to push this out there again because they were going to compare and contrast. So it's like, well, this is allegedly Winter. So let's listen to his phone call and let's listen to this with audio of Winter, and let's see if they are the same. Because we would have went live and did it. We would have went live and did it. We would have went live, or I would have dropped the video. We would have did it. So yeah, here flip. So that's why he all of a sudden just had the transcripts from the call. If you got the transcripts, you should have the audio. Aren't the transcripts connected to the audio? How can you have transcripts of something if it's audio? Like, these aren't transcripts of a police report. These are transcripts of verbal conversation, and the writing from the transcripts is coming from the verbal conversation. So again, sriracha lie. How can you get the transcripts of the call, but not the call itself? And then again, he puts up like he has the actual transcript. So then you should have the actual audio. Because how the do you find the transcript without the audio? They're connected. Like they're the same thing. Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. That's like having transcripts from court, but court hasn't started yet. Court has to start in order for there to be transcripts from it. That doesn't make sense. That don't make sense. Again, that's like me coming forward right now saying I got the transcripts for R. Kelly's appeal, or for the transcripts of Young Thug, I should say, because that's a current case that's going on, or current trial that's going on right now. I have the transcripts of Young Thug and YSL. No, I don't, because it's not over. The transcripts aren't going out until the case is over. It didn't go out before. So it's just like, yeah. That's why they go out after, because that means it's over. So we have all of what was said and done here, because it's over. Nobody went live with Tasha and Cardi B's transcripts until after Tasha lost. Then people came forward reading transcripts, because it was over. I mean, you can read certain things that are documented already from court that already happened, depending on if you like pay online to see it and whatnot. But like the actual trial, like it has to be over. Like R. Kelly's transcripts and stuff, you can get them now because it's over. So yeah, like, so again, how do you have the transcripts of the audio, but not the audio? Where'd you get the transcripts? Yeah. So this went viral again, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think that this is Winter? Do you not think it's her? Let me know what y'all think.
He did have a fight that y'all will see, and that's going viral. They were fighting because Quilla did some crazy shit while she was drunk. So he basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. I'm close didn't want to. And that's how that happened. Unfortunately, she did die because of on the bed. So y'all see something in the video, don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying. You all like y'all. I was not fighting in the video. So the person that was fighting in the video is not up here, and she can only speak for herself. So until she gets up here, she can speak on her behalf. We're talking because we were there. There's multiple people there, not just the girl that was fighting. So I'm confused with what's the question you're trying to ask. If me and my friend is going through something, we're gonna fight it out. So that's just that. Nobody's gonna jump in. And that's just what happened. After she fell, she was not dead. So what are you talking about?
So again, I have never heard Winter's voice. besides this, because she's on YouTube, and maybe we'll bring that video up one day too, because she does have, she was on YouTube, and I don't think it was a parody. It was more so of like for like work or something like that is what it seemed like. But she does speak in it. But I'm like, well, at that moment in time, she's kind of acting, so she's not speaking how she normally would. So I'm like, well, it will be harder, to compare. I mean, certain pieces of the voice is still going to sound the same. But if I just tell you to talk and then I hand you a script and, you're going to sound different. Like, it's not going to be the same. So, because she's kind of acting in the video that I saw. So, but listening to this, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but I'm just like, but it's also possible that it's not her, so but yeah, a lot of people state that it's not. Yes, she does have YouTube. She does. Oh, well, not anymore. But yes, it was for a class assignment. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I knew it was something that, because I saw, I'm like, who? Because I saw it shared somewhere. I don't know if it was on Twitter. I don't know where it was, but I definitely saw it. And I was like, oh, okay. She sounds shaky. Yeah, because she's lying. If that is Winter, I feel like she sounds shaky because she lied. She lied about a lot of stuff. That's why I can believe it's her, because from this audio, when I'm gathering, this was said before, like, well, not even before, right after the autopsy came out. So it was like not too soon after that, this audio surfaced. Of allegedly Winter saying that that's not true, that they're obviously covering it up. No, the cover up was you getting out of the country. And then I had somebody in the comments that were saying that the Cabo 6 leaving the country, they weren't fleeing, they were just leaving. That is fleeing. If you knowingly commit a crime or know that a crime has been committed and you leave a country of said crime that has been committed, then that is fleeing. How is that not fleeing? Like, I'm like, that doesn't even make you, do y'all hear yourselves? Like, it's not fleeing if you didn't do anything. Yeah, no, that's not fleeing. That's leaving the country. But if you commit a crime and you get away with it and you leave, fleeing is what that's called. So they knew the crime happened before they left. So that's why they would be being charged with fleeing. Like, that's the whole definition. It's like, you're an idiot. Like, that literally makes no sense. That is literally them fleeing. They didn't unknowingly know that Shanquella was dead. They knew. They didn't get back to Cabo and it happened while they was on the flight. I mean, get back to North Carolina and what happened to Shanquella happened while they were all on the flight back and something else completely different. No, that's not fleeing, because then you have no idea. You have no idea. If another person would have been invited onto the trip and they would have been coming like Saturday night or Sunday morning, they're not fleeing or anything, because if all of that had already happened already, they had nothing to do with it. Her body was removed, all that stuff before that person even got there, the next person even got there. And then they all left because, that person didn't know, but Shanquella had ended up passing away. And then they all leave and that seventh person is with them. That seventh person would be the only person not fleeing. That person would just be leaving because they committed no crime. So no, they're just going back. That's all. But the Cabo 6 were fleeing. They were leaving after knowing what they did was wrong. Like, you committed a crime. That's wrong. You don't get to, somebody accidentally lose their life and then you purposely cover it up. That's a crime. The crime is covering it up. But to me, the fight wasn't, that injury was an accident. That wasn't deliberate, in my opinion. But when I say deliberate, meaning like planned to literally injure and take a person's life that way, no. I do think Dejanay meant to hurt Shanquella. And sometimes when you're that upset with somebody, when you're that angry, you live outside of your body. So I feel like the good in Dejanay was left her and was standing right there with her arms crossed, watching herself demolish that girl. So mentally, her intentions was to hurt her as bad as she could, is what she did. And sometimes, like I said, we don't know our own strength, because sometimes when you do that, it's too much and it can end how it ended in this case. So that's why it's important, to watch what you're doing. Like, it's important. Keep your hands to yourself. It's only 6 before. Can we get the likes up, please? I will go get the cousin. I would go get the cousin. Likes are free. I know it can be annoying. Just like, oh, I gotta exit out. Yes. Exit out and hit the like real quick and come on back into the chat. Still gonna be here. I promise you. We ain't going nowhere. I love y'all. We ain't going nowhere yet. We got another good 30, 40 minutes. So yeah, hair flip. You tried. So yeah, just hit the like real quick. So no, I don't think it's first degree. No, I think it's more so of like, well, if they plan for her to hurt her beforehand, and I think that is first degree. Now, not first degree A word, not first degree M word, because planning it is the same thing. If I call you right now or text you, like I'm about to come do ... to you, and then I come do ... that's first degree. That's first degree. If we're just standing around each other or at a bar or something like that, and it just happens, that's not first degree. Like that is, it's like the second or third, depending on how bad the injuries are. So yeah, so I don't think that they would charge. Well, in America, I would say like if it happened in America, I don't think that they would charge Dejanay with murder. I think that they would charge her with manslaughter. Is what they would charge her, and probably like first degree, manslaughter, because they couldn't put murder on her because that part, her life being taken, was not planned. So even with an assault being planned, that's first degree manslaughter. Just because you planned the assault, it was prior. It's something that you sat and thought about and premeditated before you did, and you did it. So that's first degree, and the person lost their life. So that's where the manslaughter comes in, because they're no longer here. Manslaughter is still taking a life. The lower the degree goes means that person probably didn't pass. But first degree manslaughter definitely means that they're no longer here. Like you took their life. What you did resulted in their life being gone. So if two teenagers get into a fight and the teenager knocks the kid out and the kid don't ever wake up again, then that's manslaughter. That's not murder. If a kid takes some weapons and decides to go to school and do something, that's murder. That's premeditated. You thought about doing this before you went and did it. So that's why premeditated is so bad, because it's like some people do things and don't think. And that's when the second degree and third degree comes in, because it's something that just randomly happens. You planned this. So you want a person like for a long time, if not the rest of your life, because you planned this. It's, that's harder to get away with. But yeah, I don't think that she will be getting, now with femicide, I don't know how that stuff necessarily works there in Mexico, but let's get into this. So this is, can I blow this up? Okay. So a week after Shanquella passed away, this is three of the women. Elise is in the front. Elise, she's in the front. Dejanay is in the middle, and Winter is next to Dejanay. These three women all went to brunch together, and this is a week after Shanquella passed. Do y'all see any remorse in this picture? How can y'all? This is why they're so evil, because it's like the one in the middle is a whole murderer, living her life at brunch, and she done took a whole life. And the one standing next to her did it too. Did it too? Oh, no. You are right. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm sure you have to say it like that. Because now that I'm looking at the picture, you're right, because they put that right there. Look, hold on, let me show you that I'm not wrong. 3 of the Cabo 6. So that is not Alice in the front. That is Joya. That is the one that did not go on the trip. Joya is in the front. That is not Elise. I'm sorry. They started to look like after a while. That is not. So she is innocent. She was not there. The beautiful woman in the front in the black, in the all black. That is Joya. She has nothing to do with nothing. She was not there. She was not a part of the trip. Now they've traveled together. They've done a lot of these women, these three. They've done a lot of traveling together. But Damn, train of thought lost. They do a lot of traveling together, but Joya in the front, she was not there. She was not there. She was not on the trip. Yeah, because y'all like, Aunt Ella's smaller than that. Like, she a little bit too big, yeah. So yeah, I tried it, but yeah. So this is them out to brunch, and this is I believe like 7 or 8 days after the trip. So you can tell that they have no care in the world. They do not care about what happened to Shanquella. They don't. They do not care. Her birthday today, which one do you think they're gonna do? They completely removed themselves from social media. And even if they were on social media, they weren't gonna say happy birthday to that girl. They wouldn't even go to her funeral. After lying to her mom's face, these are the same 2 women, the 2 in the middle, Dejanay and Winter, the same 2 women that lied. Let me save this picture so I can make it bigger. I should have did it before. But these are the same 2 women that stated that to Salamandra what they were going to wear to Shanquella's funeral, coming up with color themes, all of this stuff. The same 2 horrible women, because that's crazy. They didn't come to her funeral or nothing after y'all sat there and her mother's face telling her a bold-faced lie, knowing y'all had no intentions of going to this funeral, never reaching out to her after the funeral or before, besides coming over there lying again to that woman's face. So I just, it's crazy. It's like the audacity of these people. Whew. So I could never. I wouldn't even be able to. I wouldn't have been able to go over to her house. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I would not. I would not have been able to do it. I wouldn't. Hold on, let me put it on my desktop because this pissed me off. But yeah, so I think these people are horrible. Let me put them back on the screen. I guess boop, pop them up. So yeah, what do y'all think about them all meeting up and go? Yeah, she was supposed to go. Joya, the lady in the front, the young lady in the front, she was supposed to, but she didn't go. Because they normally travel together. So yeah, crazy, right? Crazy. It's like y'all still kicking it. Y'all just acting like, oh well, we got away with it. We made it back. So since we made it back, we good. We good. We ain't got no worries. I'm like, this is crazy to me. This is crazy that they out here just living their best life after a whole herder. Like y'all done took this girl life. Y'all done took this girl life and y'all just out here chilling. Y'all just out here chilling. Chilling? What? But y'all so sorry. Y'all should, not that pick is smelly. I cannot slay. I cannot. Jessica says, I wonder what they told the friend that didn't come and what she thinks. I think they told Joya that Shanquella passed away of alcohol poisoning. That's what I think. I think they told everybody, even their family. Even their family. I think that's why a lot of their family members are still supporting them, is because they're telling them that, look, we did not take her life. We had nothing to do with that. She is gone because, you know what I'm saying? Because of alcohol. She drank too much alcohol, and now they trying to cover it up. You want to know what I think that? Let me just do this. Let me do your one better. You want to think what I think they telling people, what they telling friends, and all of that stuff, friends and family. This right here.
He did have a fight that y'all will see, and that's going viral. They were fighting because Carla did some crazy shit while she was drunk. So he basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. Chloe didn't want to. And that's how that happened. Unfortunately, she did die because of on the bed. Because y'all see something in the video, don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying. You all like y'all I was not fighting in the video. So the person that was fighting in the video is not up here, and she can only speak for herself. So until she gets up here, she can speak on her behalf. We're talking because we were there. There's multiple people there, not just the girl that was fighting. So I'm confused with what's the question you're trying to ask. If me and my friend is going through something, we're gonna fight it out. So that's just that. Nobody's gonna jump in. And that's just what happened. After she fell, she was not dead. So what are you talking about? She did.
That is exactly what I think that they are going around and saying, what is in this clip, that she didn't pass away. You know, I think that that's why they feel like it's okay to just be out here in these streets, right? Just be out here in these streets and travel around, and because it's the two in the middle. I don't know who the young lady is on the end in the green. I have no idea who that is, but I know the one in, next to the one in the green, because Winter has on green as well, which she's standing next to Dejanay in the blue and yellow. So the two in the middle for sure were on the Cabo trip. The young lady in the all black is Joya, who is also really good friends with him. I can pull up Joya's. Ooh, what is going on with her? What is going on? Okay, we're good. I can pull up Joya's IG to show you what I mean. This is not, again, Elise. She is not, or Alice, however you pronounce her name. She is not in the photo here. She's not with them. And again, Elise had just lost her sister. So this picture is a week after they came back. So I'm sure the last thing she was going to want to do was go hang out. I mean, Shanquella had just passed too. So Shanquella passed, her sister passes, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's probably why she wasn't there. But let's pull this up. This is Joya. This is Joya's IG. They have been on trips and stuff together. We've showed this before. So this, hold on, let me go back. So this is Joya. She was not there. She was not there. She fine as hell. She was not there. I think she's bad. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, she went to school with Shanquella. They all went to the same school. So Shanquella, that's how Shanquella knew her as well. And all of the women, they've been on vacation together. Here's that. So these girls are really close. Really close. As you see, there's no trip that they took with Shanquella. This was the first time Shanquella came on a trip with them. Shanquella was not in the fold. She was not somebody that they cared for like that. Is what is giving. The other four, see, this is Joya right there on the camera. Yeah, it just seemed, yeah, that's what it's giving. It's given that they didn't mess with her like that. It's Alice in the green. I don't think that's Elise. I pulled that picture back up, but no, I don't think that that's her. They look complete, and that's Dejanay right there on Joya's back right there in that clip. So again, I'll pull that clip back up. Again, these women are really close. Shanquella, unfortunately, was not a part of the crew. She was not a part of, the clique, if you will. So yeah, but this is her. This is, I believe this is a Cancun trip that they took. Dejanay's there, Winter's there. I believe Elise is there too. And this is not with any men. It's just, see, it's all the ladies. There's Winter. There's Alice behind. I believe that's Alice with the braids and the glasses. That's no, that's not Dejanay. Lord, I said it's Dejanay. Let me move that. Let me go back, man. Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. Okay, so there's Elise, I believe, right there. Yes, that is Elise right there with the braids and the sunglasses. That is Elise. That is her. That's her with the braids and the glasses on the top of her head, and that's Winter, right next to her. So that's those three right there. And Dejanay has on the mask and the sunglasses. So that's the four women right there. It's Joya or so it's Joya, Dejanay, Alice, and Winter. That's them right there too. Dejanay and Winter, and then Joya, Alice, Dejanay, Winter, and Elise. So that's all four of them. So yeah. Oh God. Go, girl, get it, go, get it, get you some, get you some. So this is okay. Sorry. That wasn't supposed to happen. Whatever. So I'm trying to get y'all to see, but it's very distracting. It's very distracting. So let me stop it right here. This is all four of the girls. Again, right here. This is why a lot of people use this picture because it's Joya, Dejanay, Winter, and Alice. It is all of them. So yeah, they're very close, very close. That's Elise. That's all four of them again. Winter, Elise, Dejanay, and Joya. So they're all really close, really close. That's why Joya was supposed to be there. But I'm confused. So no. That was Elise. Yes, because her last name is Hyatt. But isn't Joya kind of is she related to Alice? I think they might be related. Joya and Alice. I'm not sure. Because I think when I first started doing my research on this, I thought that they were sisters. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But they all them trips off that. All them trips these is PPP trips. Since it's delusional YouTubers that want to run around here and talk about PPP loans. Yeah, this is a PPP trip, courtesy of PPP. All PPP trips is what this is giving. Yes, PPP trips. Tickets was $100 type of trip. Because again, it's not expensive. A lot of times, I mean, people think it's way more expensive than it actually. I mean, if you want to go be really bougie in Cancun, then it's it's gonna cost you a cute coin. But if you just want to go to Cancun, it doesn't cost much. It really does not. Your flight, hotel stay. Other than that, you good. I mean, yeah. So yeah, PPP trips, big dot. These are PPP trips. So let's go back to that photo. Let me pull that back up right here. So yeah, the only person they're missing is Alice, because I don't believe this young lady in the yellow green at the end. I don't believe that is Elise. They look completely different. They look completely different. I mean, she has like the body shape of Elise, but Elise has more chest in her. She does. She has more chest in her. Yeah, so they look similar, I would say, but that's definitely, from what I can see, that's not her. That's definitely Dejanay Hardface ass. That is definitely Winter in the middle, given post-op, and that is definitely a stranger at the end in the green, because I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that is. So yeah, right. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Just out here taking lives. Look at her. It ain't a piece of remorse in this picture. Now, if you notice, Winter ain't smiling, Dejanay ain't smiling. Look, this is why I believe that Joya invited them out, because she felt like something was wrong with them, besides the fact that Shanquella lost her life. So obviously Joya knew that Shanquella had passed, but They're lying to Joya, telling Joya that Shanquella passed away due to alcohol poisoning. So I'm sure, yet no smiles, because again, Shanquella had just passed away a week before. I mean, a week after. This is a week later. This was a week later. So of course you're still gonna be. I mean, your friend passed away, alleged friend, passed away. You're gonna, it's gonna take. You're gonna feel. You're gonna be sad. So ain't no smile on Winter face. Ain't no smile on Dejanay face. As you see, Joya smiling cheek to cheek because she ain't do nothing to nobody. She ain't covering up no murder. She ain't take a life. She wasn't there when her life was taken. Like, she ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm sure she, probably like, dang, that's sad. But still at the same time, she wasn't super close to Shanquella. She close to these girls. Now, if something would have happened to one of these girls, Joya would have been devastated. Joya would have been devastated. But why would she be devastated about Shanquella? She didn't get down with her like that. She didn't get down with her like that. That's like me crying about Shanquella. I didn't know her. I mean, what I'm crying for? I mean, besides the feeling the energy that her family's feeling and how sad they are, but other than that, I didn't know her, to be sitting here crying like I did. And I feel that they had a distant relationship. I don't think that, because Dejanay didn't hang with Shanquella, and these, four, they missing Elise, they're always together. They're not, what? No. And again, I think if Joya knew what really happened, I don't think that she would have been with them no way. I don't think she would have been with them no way. I still don't think Joya knows what happened. I still don't think that. I don't. I think she told them it was alcohol poisoning. Why wouldn't she if they all went over there and told Shanquella's family that same thing? Why would Joya not have that in her mind too? If Joya asked them, like, girl, because you come on now. If one of the Cabo 6 was your friend and they came back from the trip and they called you closest to her, like they are, you're not asking your friend what happened? I'm asking immediately. That's gonna be my first question. I ain't even gonna say hi. I'm looking and saying, what happened? Girl, what happened to that girl? What happened to her? Girl, what happened? That's gonna be my first question. I don't want to talk about nothing else. What happened to that girl? Did Khalil and them do something to that girl? Like, I would have had some questions. Like, I mean, I definitely. Now I get that why would you not? It's coming up. It is coming up. You're better off just bringing it up yourself. If you was one of the Cabo 6 and you was going to hang out with somebody that you're really cool with after that, it's going to come up. Like, why would it not? So I think that they told her the alcohol poisoning excuse. They told the family that. Why wouldn't they tell her that? I think that she's blindly hanging out with these girls, not knowing what they did, having an idea. I think she may have an idea. But at the same time, when you ride for your friends, you ride. You absolutely do. You ride for your friends. That's exactly, the type of ish that you do. So I think that, yeah, Joy's in the dark about a lot of what happened. So, yeah, absolutely. A shout out to Libra Love. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody, sweetie. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. If somebody's going to say that you're a liar, you have to display why they're a liar. That's weird. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I'm not going to call you a liar and not tell you what you're lying about. Ooh, that's weird. Where's the lie? Where's the lie, sweetie? Okay, moving right along. So, yeah, this is about Shanquella. I know that the people that y'all windmill for, I'm over here again raising awareness for a Black woman's life that was taken so that we can get justice for her. Yeah, that's what I care about. Are you kidding me? Y'all are so weird. Y'all are so weird. It's this girl's birthday. She is no longer here. And you want me to talk about a hoe that don't matter, that I may pop all weekend? Like, we can discuss it. We're just not going to do it right now. Absolutely not. I don't fear anyone. I'm not scared of anybody. I said what I said, and I stand on it. Y'all cash at me if y'all want me to go on station head after this, and we can talk about it. We absolutely can, but I'm doing it for free. And I'm not addressing address what? Like weird. This is about Shanquella, and it's going to stay about her. But if you're so interested, you want to hear what I have to say so bad, cash at me. And we can go live after this on station head to talk about it. Because I won't talk about him for free. Isn't he supposed to be talking about Shanquella? Didn't he just say a couple weeks ago I was talking about Shanquella for clout? Because I was getting way more views than him in it, and he has way more subscribers than me. Yeah, but we still over here again talking about Shanquella, and we're going to continue to do so. So again, shout out to the Robinson family, because this is what this is about. Again, the Dejanay in Winter, and Dejanay in this picture has on the blue and yellow, and Winter is standing next to her in the green. They went over to Salamandra's house with Khalil and told her, again, they reiterated that it was alcohol poisoning. They stated to her that there was no physical altercation. Shanquella was fine until she started drinking. And then her symptoms and things started to change and whatnot, and went on from there, and she ended up passing away from alcohol poisoning. They also told her while they were there that they were going to be at her funeral. They were helping her with the funeral decor choices and colors for the funeral for people to wear and whatnot. And then these girls are just ghosts after the autopsy comes out. After the autopsy comes out and lets us know, the family and the public, let us know that Shanquella passed away from a neck injury and atlas luxation. Then these women flipped the script. They went from being present and willing to be around the family to non-existent. So that's why to women like Joya, the beautiful woman here in the all black, the one that is friends with them, that was not on the trip, these should be red flags for you, Joya. Because again, you didn't do nothing, you're innocent as far as I'm concerned. The one in the front in the all black, but she is really good friends with Dejanay and Winter. And she didn't do anything. But it should cause a red flag for these women to no longer be around Shanquella's family at all. They haven't been back over there. They've removed themselves from social media, because I still feel that Dejanay and Winter are in contact with Joya. I think that they all still speak. And of course, it's not how it used to be, because they're not going on trips no more. They don't even have passports anymore. Winter and Dejanay, their passports are null and void. They cannot leave the country. So, because that's the first part of the extradition process, and it was for all 6 people that their passports were suspended. So they can't go nowhere. So it's definitely not like how it used to be. It's definitely not like that, because these are the girls that's on vacation together. We in this country, that country, cheersing, twerking. We doing all of that. To now, the energy has completely changed. And when you do something like that, when you go through something like that, you change as a person. Like you're never the same after that. So again, these faceless smiles, these personality, literally like these life drained images that are on Dejanay's face and that is on Winter's face. It's hard to smile or do anything that you enjoy when you've done something so horrible. It's hard to do those things. Even trying to make it seem as if it doesn't matter, or trying to forget it, whatnot, you can't. It's going to haunt you. The only way to really get any type of healing from doing something bad to somebody is by being honest and being accountable and taking, the energy from what you did. I mean, I feel like if Dejanay wants good sleep, shout out to Coming 5 for the super sticker. If Dejanay wants great rest, if Malik wants a great night's sleep, if Winter wants a great night's sleep, if Nazir wants to sleep like a baby, if all of y'all want to sleep peacefully, go to jail. You will get your best rest in prison. I promise you. I promise. Yeah. And no matter what you do, and no matter where you go, and no matter what you drinking, what you smoking, who you smashing, it's going to eat you. It's going to haunt you. That's why I'm not going to let Shanquella's name go away. No, because if we stop talking about it, then they're going to act as if they're going to try to sneak back into mainstream society and all that stuff. Then you're going to see them, taking pictures and, all that. Like, no. They need to go to jail. They need to be held accountable for what they did to that woman and what her family is sitting over there going through. The pain and hurt they feel will not be in vain. It won't. It won't be in vain, especially if it's up to me. I don't give a damn if I'll be the only person talking about it. I'm going to keep talking about it. And shout out to all of the people that consistently keep Shanquella on their commentary, because that means that Shanquella is really on their mind. That's genuine. To keep talking about something, even when it's not giving you a bunch of views or a bunch of this or a bunch of that, but you are still pushing. You are still talking about it. I salute you all. Shout out to people like Martin Lewis, who I don't even know if he lives here. I don't even know if he lives in this country. And he is doing it the right way. He's not like Sriracha Lie that's trying to make everything about this salacious to be viewed. At least Martin Lewis is willing to tell the truth and be viewed in the process. Like that's what makes it genuine. That's what makes it real. That's what makes it authentic. Instead of just trying to get people to watch you. No, that's gross. Just like it's not about that. If you are viewed in the process, great. That's a bonus Jonas. It's an incentive. I think a lot of people need to look up the word incentive. Like that's what that is. So again, there's plenty of people that are willing to support this cause. And there's plenty of people that want to. But as viewers, they don't have the voice that we have as creators. As creators, we give our viewers a bigger voice, because they be feeling the way. They be wanting to know what's going on with Shanquella. They want to know if people are getting arrested, if people are being apprehended, if there's other people being, like the doctor, and whatnot, losing her job. Like they want to know this type of stuff. It gives them hope. It absolutely does. So again, shout out to all of the creators that are still talking about Shanquella and in an honest way, not ones that are trying to make the family members look evil or like F all y'all. F all y'all. F all y'all. I would never shout y'all out. Y'all are trash. The ones that are going around attacking that woman's family. Even her sister, Shanquella's sister, Tequila, she's taken off on Instagram so that you can't mention her. She's been she deletes the things that she posts, and so I feel like it's because people are harassing her, in certain different ways. Even content creators, are harassing the woman. Like for what? Because she don't want to come on your show? Because she don't want you to interview her? Like what are we attacking? What did Quilla do? Why is Quilla being attacked? Quilla wasn't even there. What does she have to do with that? I'm sure the woman feels horrible because she wasn't there to protect her sister, because she would have. And then you got people coming for this woman. Like it's just seek help. Seek help. Seek help. I don't know what meds you're supposed to be on because I'm not a doctor, but seek help. It's something wrong with you. It is. To be attacking these innocent people. Why would people be attacking Salamandra? I think it's another reason why she's not interviewing anymore, unless it's with certain people. I think then people want to talk about the GoFundMe. And so what does that have to do with anything? The GoFundMe, I don't even believe it's been cashed out. It's still sitting there. But it's like they already have money. Y'all broke. Yeah. Y'all broke. Yeah. Stop projecting. Because you sitting at home trying to figure out how you're going to make ends meet, that they are too. They're not. They're not. Khalil went on family trips with the Robinson family, meaning the Robinson family paid for that. They didn't do no GoFundMe to go on a family trip. And then if so, why are they bringing Khalil? If they had to hustle up money just so they could go. Bernard sent for his daughter immediately. 7 racks. Give me my baby. He didn't raise a GoFundMe for that. Shanquella's body was already here. The man has an honest job, pension, all of that. Gross. Gross. Khalil said on the phone to Shanquella's mom, it's going to be 5 racks to get her to the house. Why would he say that if she ain't got no money? Why would he even put $5,000 out there even as an option if she ain't got it? Stop talking to me. Like, y'all are weird. Black don't mean poor. Gross. Gross. Black don't mean poor. It don't mean that. Yeah, nah. That's not what that worked. That's not what that worked. But they got to be poor because of black? They got to be poor because somebody else started to GoFundMe for them and it's a bunch of people supported it? They scamming? How? Like, then it's the idiots that run with it and want to run around with it. Did you hear this about her sister? Don't you? I block the people immediately. Don't come over here telling me none of that foolery. It's stupid. It's dumb. Like, if you want to attack that family, you would do it without me. You could do you would do it without me. Like, don't bring me none of that. I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing at all. I don't give a damn. Even if they committed crimes in the past, so what? Was it against Shanquella? Oh, it wasn't. Get out of my DM. Get away from me. Hurry up. Get as far away from me as possible. I don't want to hear none of that. There's plenty of chaos within this case. Chaos and confusion. We don't need any more. You already got Sriracha Lie running around, flipping over burritos line, saying they chicken and they actually beef. You know, we don't have time for all of that, but it's still a burrito. So since it's still a burrito, he's telling you, yeah, we ain't got time for all of that. This is too much. Like, it's too much. Because I promise you, I will scream you out of you. You think that YouTube was over there screaming at women. I will scream you out of my DM because I'm going to send you a voice clip and I'm going to curse you out. I don't care who you send it to. I don't care who play it. Great. You playing a clip of me cussing you out because you coming over here, coming for a deceased woman's family, coming for a grieving family. You're dumb, not me. You're the trash in the equation, not me. Like, yeah, no, I'll pass. I'll pass. That family over there going through enough. Let's add insult to injury. Let's pour salt on this open wound. They can do that. I'm not bringing them up. I'm not dropping them. I'm not saying none of their names, none of that, because they do not deserve support. Why would I send y'all to support a bunch of haters, a bunch of people that are attacking, that are supposed to be black themselves, but are sitting there attacking black families? You do it. Y'all go over there and support that ish. Don't bring that over here. We won't be discussing it. We won't be going back and forth with them. We won't be doing none of that. We're going to let them do exactly what they're doing, failing. Look, I'm going to let them fail all by themselves. They don't need my help. Like, I've never hung out with a loser. And once discovered, bye. Like, yeah, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Here, flip. So, yeah, I don't have time for that. So that's crazy to me. That people are going around saying that. And y'all have been sending me messages and stuff like that. I get it. For the ones that are upset, I get y'all being upset. That would upset me too. That's why I try not to watch things that make me upset. You know? Just try to stay away from that. Is what I would tell you. Just don't support it. Just let them talk. Who cares? But hit do not recommend. I do that with so many people videos. Do not recommend. I hit on YouTube. I also hit not interested. If you hit the 3 buttons on the side, just tap it. Because sometimes they kind of force those people in front of you because they put it in the algorithm of what you watch. So if you watch Shanquella or type in people that do commentary about her or just simply have her name in the title, then they will push it into your algorithm. So because there's a actual content creator algorithm and then there's a watching algorithm too. So if you're not subscribed to a person, or if you're just subscribed to certain people, the people that their people watch, they'll show you them too. You know, like you'll scroll past a video and it'll say SeanDavieWay's audience watches this, or you know, like it'll show you that because our audiences are merged. You know, so that's what that means, because we all share subscribers, like every content creator shares subscribers. So there is 3 dots on the side of each video. Just hit the 3 dots and hit do not recommend or I'm not interested. And then those things won't pop up. So, because that's what I do for all of the ops. All of the op channels that pop up on my op, not interested or do not recommend, because I'm not subscribed to any of them. Because, and you'll notice that you tap the video, you'll look, and you're not subscribed. It'll say subscribe. So that they're just being pushed into the algorithm because we make ish pop. So with, you know, content creators like me that literally come forward and hit the go live button, and then you got all of these other content creators going live after that because I hit the go live button, it becomes into an algorithm. It absolutely does. So it's just like with my haters right now, which I'm appreciating so much. They have no idea. My haters are so lit. Thank you. With all of them putting my name in the title, it's pushing me into different algorithms. Boom, 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 boom. So it's pushing me everywhere, which is great because there's a lot of people that don't watch my channel that have no idea who I am. And then it will push me into other algorithms of the other things that those other YouTubers discuss. So it's like I'm everywhere. I'm being pushed everywhere right now because my name, you know, is in everybody's titles. So I'm here, Flip. Even if you put my name in a title and you change it, I'm still already in the algorithm. Thanks. Even if you say my name in your video, you're putting me in your algorithm. Thanks. So I'm here, Flip, because I'm not talking about any of those people, any of them at all. As of recently, I've had a disagreement with one YouTuber, and that would be the only YouTuber I'll talk about. That's it. If I'm going to talk about that situation, he'll be the only one. I won't be discussing anybody else. I don't care where he goes and sits, whose panel, platform, all of that he's on. I won't be discussing it. That's for him to do. I'm not promoting it. You promote it. Then you go sit over there. Okay, we'll go promote it. I wish the fuck I would. Like, yeah, no. So now I'll address that individual, but I will be addressing nothing else. So yeah, gross. Here, Flip. That's who it's between he and I. Like, so yeah, here, Flip. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Whether you say my name in your video, whether I'm in your title, all of that. Thank you. I absolutely appreciate you. You could be dragging me in your video. Thank you. Thank you. I could care less. Oops. So yeah, thank you all. I really appreciate it because after the holidays, the algorithm changed completely and I wasn't really in it. So thank you, because I'm definitely in it now. So much to where even people like Martin Lewis is resurrected, and others are even sharing my video. Shout out to Night and Day. They've been discussing the channel, their bigger channel, you know, and whatnot. So shout out to them. I really appreciate that. Talking about little on me. Thank you. I really do. They want a link, and when I shout out to them, I definitely would. If they wanted to collab, we can definitely do that. So yeah. I'm supposed to be pressed about what? Shout out to Shanquella. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Shanquella Robinson. Okay. I'm happy that they did the balloon release and everything for her. I think that helps with the, you know, especially having the community be involved with it. It makes the family feel real good. So again, shout out to them. I'm sorry, there's super stickers that went by and I hate missing them because I super appreciate you. All around Natural Beauty RN says, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Hashtag Justice for Shanquella Robinson. Can you message me? Because you have a YouTube channel, correct? You have a YouTube channel, correct? I would love to talk to you. If you ever are interested and want to come on the show and have a conversation about this, because I know that you're a big advocate for this situation too, I would love to have a conversation with you. I think you're a content creator because I've seen you a couple places, and you're a nurse, and I think that you are wonderful because I saw you talking and describing this. Okay, you are. Thank you again for the super sticker. Okay, you are. I would love to have a conversation with you someday and interview you. I would love to pub your channel and all of that. If you would like to come on the channel, please DM me at SeanDavieWay Show at IG or at SeanDavieWay Show at gmail.com. My head moderator should make sure I get that information. But yeah, I would love to talk to you if ever interested. No pressure, you know, or anything like that. I just really liked your cadence, you know, and how you spoke and your level of intelligence. I just thought you were awesome. I couldn't take my eyes off of you. I was just like, wow, she's incredible. She's incredible. I'm like, oh my God, I love her already that quick. I'm in awe. with this woman. So yeah, I would love to work with you in the future if you would like to. I would love that. So yeah, oh yeah, no problem. I love giving compliments. So yeah, I would love that. And y'all definitely subscribe to All Around Natural Beauty RN. Y'all make sure y'all check out her channel. Check her out. Go over there and let her know that SeanDavieWay sent you. And go subscribe. I really like her. I really do. So yeah, because that's so weird because I think it was either yesterday or today. I know also Martin Lewis, you worked with him because he put you on his videos too. But yeah, but I saw you before that. So shout out to you. Yeah, I would love to work with you if you're ever interested. Let me know. I would love to bring you on and pick your brain. I would love to, girl, because I got so many questions. I got so many questions. And you're professional, so it's like you could definitely answer those questions for me. So, and your channel, like what I like about you is that you having RN in your title means a lot to you. I could tell that you being a nurse is very important. So with that being said, you are very passionate about talking about healthcare and injuries and whatnot, and being, I believe, a spinal cord. Yes, I just would love to talk to you. She says, okay, I would love to. Great, yay! Yay! I'm excited. So yeah, I can't wait to bring you on and pick your brain about this Shanquella situation. And so, yes, she is. She is the nurse from Martin Lewis's video. Correct. She is. That would be her because he spoke with her. But yes, and I would love to talk to her. I'm just like, oh yeah, she's great. I'm like, yeah, she is. I like that. So yeah, so I have to get out of here. I'm at my 2-hour mark. I love you guys. If you want me to go live on Station Head and talk, because I'm done. I've met my quota of Station Head until I don't have to go live for what, 4 days? I can just chill. So I was going, because I've been going live every single day on there. So I'm already at my quota and we're trending at 12. Shout out to us. Out of thousands and thousands and thousands of stations on Station Head, we're number 12. So yes, here Flip, and people will be having thousands of people in their chats, and we're competing with those people. Again, we're working. Girl, we're working. We're working. Shout out to Shanquella. Justice for Shanquella. And I'm going to keep saying it until she gets it. Shout out to the Robinson family. We love you dearly. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being incredible. Thank you for being patient. It's a very hard situation. Again, I thank you for patience is a virtue. And y'all are that. Salamandra, you are a virtue. Tequila, you are a virtue. Bernard, you are a virtue. Stay strong. I get it. As Black people, we always got to be strong. Sometimes we just want to be weak, but we will. And we'll be weak when we get the justice. Then we'll just let it all hang out. We'll cry. We'll do everything we need to do. Okay? We'll just let it all out. But until then, we gotta stay strong. So again, shout out to my audience. Thank you so much for supporting me. I love y'all so much. I love y'all down. Y'all have no idea how much I love y'all, and I appreciate your support. Until the next show, y'all keep being amazing. Happy birthday, Shanquella. We love you, baby girl. Rest in heaven. Heaven couldn't wait for you. Heaven couldn't wait to have, like, God needed you. It was something he needed you there for. So whatever purpose that is, I know you're living it. You're free. So, but you're chained until we get you justice. So we gotta get her justice so we can remove the chain so she can continue to float. Okay. So until the next show, I love you all. Thank you for being here. Bye.
Fresh.